You
Jack,
down.
Jack,
Oh,
we gotta
hey.
teach boot camp.
Wait, hold on. Oh,
They're already here.
Hi.
They're on.
Hey. Hi, guys.
Oh,
I'm Jackie Russell.
I'm David Zed. Don't challenge Jackie to an arm wrestling contest, gang.
We are the co-founders of Delay the Disease and our new virtual platform, Total HealthWorks.
And this is boot camp, specifically designed for Parkinson's patients. We want to thank the Parkinson's Foundation for inviting us to participate in the PD Health at Home Fitness Fridays video series.
Yeah, thank you so much, Parkinson's Foundation, for allowing us to come into your homes today. We are doing boot camp today, but we have a focus to today's class, and the focus is fine motor
Skills.
And a little bit of voice.
Yeah, so you might want to try find a small ball of some type of golf ball, a rubber bouncy ball, a tennis ball. Jackie has rolled up even foil or a piece of paper.
Something small and round.
Okay.
And then one small.
Don't use an egg though, unless it's hard boiled.
A lime, small to medium weight, and you're off to the races with us today.
And let's get going.
Let's go.
So we're going to warm up with some walking drills today. So walking drills to me means a high knee drill. So I'm actually going to go for a walk. Jackie, you're going to stay in one spot.
I'm going to stay right in front of the camera.
I'm going to show you some more vigorous things.
Yep. I'll show you a little bit less vigorous things, but remember, this is
boot camp.
So really, you are worrying about the height of your knee right now. If you're walking, you want your knees to be high. Yep, you're right. There is a little bit of balance involved here. So if you need something to hold on to, go ahead and do it. I want you to be safe through these workouts.
You can do this along your kitchen countertop or along a wall, down your hallway.
Sure.
All right, so walking drills aren't complete unless you do a butt kick in my world. So we're going to try to kick your own butt with your heel. And yes, this is the only chance you get to kick your own butt today. We will be doing the butt kicking.
We will be doing the butt kicking. This is not the hardest thing we're going to do today.
Don't even think that for a second.
No. These are just basic warming up drills. There'll be some more breathtaking activities coming your way.
Now, if you're on and you're watching us and you're saying, hey, this is way too hard, gang, we've got easier classes and they're called Easy Moving It. So join one of us.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
All right. That got the hips, the knees, even my feet warmed up. Let's go to the upper body. We're going to start with what we call a prayer. We're going to put the hands together. We're going to go forward and back.
Not that you're going to need a prayer. Or you might. Yeah,
we've got Jackie in the room. You might need a prayer.
There's a little section you may need a prayer.
She is small but mighty.
Oh.
Let's go side to side for a few. It's great to be here with you. We're so glad you're joining us today. Let's roll fingers, hands, and wrists.
You know, our Delay the Disease classes are just not allowed to be in a group right now.
It's just too dangerous right now.
TotalHealthWorks.com is where you go
Push
to
the
get
back of your hands together.
a nice virtual live or archived class.
You know, and the nice thing about our virtual classes is we get to two-way communicate.
Yeah,
I love that. We talk to everyone. All right, let's go up and over. We're going to go arms up and over. My palms are touching each other. We're facing each other. Now let's change the hand position. It's going to change the effect on the shoulder joint. Let's go thumbs in, up and over. And we're just going up as high as you can, wherever that is. Now let's go thumbs out. Up and over. Up and over. Okay, I want to do 2 giant circles forward and 2 giant circles backwards. Gang, this is just a taste of what we do almost every day of the week.
We teach almost every day of the week, yeah.
Our classes run an hour long, so this is going to be 30 minutes today. So this is just a taste of what we do. Okay, we're pretty well warmed up to go.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
So our first bout of cardio, and you know what, gang? We have a systemness of what we do. Jackie and I have been teaching for 16 years. We've been in front of tens and tens of thousands of people, Parkinson's patients and memory people.
Yes.
And what we've learned is that if you get your heart rate up, your brain is ripe and ready for change. And it improves and it heals.
It works. We've got the research to prove it.
For the rest of your life. Okay, so let's get our first bout of cardio in. We're going to do a 1-to-1 ratio. We're on for 30, we're off for 30. And that's not minutes, that's seconds. All right, so our first bout of cardio is going to start in about 15 seconds. We're going to go to 60% effort, Jackie. That's like a little bit tougher than our warm-up.
Yeah, and if you have a piece of equipment in your house, go ahead and use it. You can leave the screen.
Yeah, get on your stationary bike, your treadmill, come back here in 2 minutes and a little bit out of breath.
We're going to show you some other options. Feel free to follow
Okay,
along
so here
or
we
do
go.
your own thing.
So 60% for me is like an easy jog.
Yeah.
Okay, and I can actually jog in place or
Leave it.
go for a run.
Go.
See?
60% effort, 6 out of 10. You're starting to get a little winded.
Don't think for a second I can't see what you're doing over there, Jack.
We like it when he leaves the screen sometimes.
Hello. We're
Just
almost
follow
there.
along with us. Come on, gang.
And that's your time.
There you go.
So even in a small space, you can run a little bit.
Now, you have 30 seconds to recover. You can stand there and take a rest, or you can do an active recovery and move just a little bit. Totally up to you.
You know,
Just
I'm going to do a fireman's drill. This is what we did when we were kids.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, it really gets your heart rate up pretty hard. So we want to take up to that 70 percentile. That's where you're going, okay, I'm just kind of getting out of breath.
I'm going to box.
30 seconds. Here we go.
Here we go.
I don't need a lot of space for this. I don't have to touch the floor. I can just touch the back of
I
the chair.
love that fireman's drill.
Or,
Hey, get out of here. Come by me.
or maybe a wall.
Come in front of me.
Don't get close to Jackie when she's boxing
Come on,
because
guys.
she will
Second.
pop you
Look.
up. Hey.
You got this. You're almost there.
Make it safe though, gang. And that's your time.
Woo!
Awesome. You know, cardio exercise should not be dangerous.
No.
It shouldn't be dangerous. You know, exercise should be safe and effective. So,
And you can get your heart rate up in a million different ways.
exactly. All right, we're gonna let our heart rate come down just a titch.
Just a titch.
All right, let's grab something to do some fine motor skills with.
Okay.
And we're gonna grab a ball. What'd you bring me?
For all kinds of things.
Excellent. So I'm gonna use a small rubber bouncy ball. Jackie, aren't you gonna use the orange golf ball?
I could use the orange golf
But you're
ball.
a golfer, so
It'll
you don't
melt
use golf.
right
you
into
don't-
my.
you
Yeah.
don't use
I'm going to use
orange,
the
do
orange
you?
golf ball. No, I don't.
Okay, but you could use a
No
tennis
one
ball.
uses orange.
No one uses orange.
Not real golfers.
Well, my daughter actually uses orange.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. All right, so what we're gonna do, come on up a little closer. Let's show them what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab the ball between the thumb and the index finger. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach to the sky and look up at the same time. Okay, we bring it back down and we're gonna switch hands. We're gonna put it in the thumb and the index finger on the other side. And we're gonna reach up and look up. All right, so what's important here? I'll tell you. It's about getting your other fingers out of the way. So we're going to go to the thumb and the middle finger, okay? And look where my other fingers are. They're not close to that ball. You don't see me doing this. You see me doing this, okay? So I'm going to back up. I'm going to reach and look up. We come down. We're going to put the ball between the thumb and the middle finger on the other side. Now look where my fingers are. They're out of there, not close to that ball. I take my time to do this. This is not a speed drill. Let's go to the thumb and the ring finger. Reach.
Gang, fine motor skills are something that you really want to practice.
Thumb and ring finger on the other side. Sure, because this is going to help you get dressed.
Yeah.
And just think about just all the problems you could have getting dressed, let alone writing and all the other fine things that we do in life. All right,
Yeah.
so thumb and pinky, and look where my other fingers are. They're not even close to that ball. See how far away they are? Now, if you can't get there today, don't sweat it, because, you know, when was the last time you practiced this? Oh, never? Okay, so why should you be good at this? But if you practiced, do you think you get better? And the answer is, of course.
Absolutely.
All right, we're in the thumb and the pinky on the other side, we reach, and we come back down. Now, typically, we would go up and down a few times.
Yeah.
But we're short in class today. We just wanted to give you a taste of what you can do. So if you need to pause us, go ahead and then just go up and down a couple more times. Remember, get the fingers away from that ball.
Right. You do not want this hand. You want that hand.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so we did some cardio. That was considered our brain work that we teach, right? Fine motor skills today. We also teach freezing. And we're going to do a little voice today, by the way.
We always have a focus on our class.
Big steps, better
Parkinson
posture,
specific. Yeah.
rigidity, stiffness. What else are we teaching?
Oh.
Smiling. Oh, how about
Facial
that?
expressions.
Absolutely. So all the things that you experience with Parkinson's, gang, we got.
We're going to put you back in control.
Yep.
That's what we're going to do for you.
All right, so today I thought we would do a plank today.
I love planks.
So I'm going to do my plank off a chair, Jackie, just to show a different way to do this.
I'm going to do my plank on the floor.
Okay.
You have options.
You know, I think people think I'm way stronger than you, but really, we know the fact that you're way stronger than me.
I could plank for the rest of my life.
All right. So we're going to plank for 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. We're going to do 2 sets today.
Oh, 2 sets.
Well,
I like
this is
it.
boot camp. So you know what? We're taking the gloves off.
Come on. Join
All
us. Join us.
Get ready. So I'm going to put my elbows on the bottom of this chair. I could also put my hands on the bottom of the chair. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do 1 each set.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to go elbows first. I get up into my plank. My hips are high. And we started the clock.
Here we go.
Breathe, gang. Breathe. Hips are high. So if you're on a chair with me and you're saying, hey, this is really easy, go to the floor
Come
next
on down
time.
and join me.
Yeah, Jackie's on the floor. Jackie, I might come over and sit on you.
30 seconds, please.
Because you're so solid.
Please.
We've got 10 seconds to go.
Gang, and if you can't hold it for 30, it's perfectly fine to come down to your knees, take a minute, come right back up.
We're almost there. And that's your time.
Yeah. There's your 30 seconds.
Okay, so we've got a 30-second break, and then we're going back up for round 2.
Now, if you said, that plank is pretty easy for me, well, take it up a notch. I'm going to add some movement to my plank.
Great. You're going to do what? Toe
I think
tap
I'm
or
going to do
something?
toe taps, yeah.
Awesome. Love toe
Nice
taps.
wide toe taps.
Okay, in 10 seconds, we've got round 2. You ready?
Get ready. I'm ready.
All right,
Here we go.
My hips are always high. And here we go. We're up. I'm stiff arming this. I'm not really looking down. I'm kind of looking up and out.
So I'm still in a forearm plank. David's in a high plank.
Yep.
I'm adding a nice wide toe tap.
The body's nice, fairly straight, but I'd rather have your hips higher than normal. Woo! Did anyone start the clock,
Whoa,
Jack?
you better be looking at the clock because I can't see it.
We're almost there. Here's 3, 2, 1, and
Woo!
0. That's your time.
Your time, and that's your plank.
Hey, I think
Plank's a lot for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
You guys should have joined us on Planksgiving.
Oh, you're just full of it today,
We
aren't you?
had a lot of that.
I'll tell you, it just got me a little bit sweaty there.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of round 1. Take a sip of water. I'm going to grab a sip of water.
Yeah, I'm going to grab a
And let's
sip.
get into round 2. And you know what? We've got a little bit of fun for round 2.
We always have a little bit of fun. If you join us, we teach 5-6 days a week, actually.
Yeah.
Then you'll see that not only are you getting in better shape and you're fighting Parkinson's, but we laugh
Yeah,
and we
there-
talk to people.
And there's a bunch of people on the
Oh.
screen that you can communicate with and socialize with. And we always open up our meetings a little early. We always leave them open
So you
after.
can chat.
And then we have the ability to two-way communicate with you, and you can talk to us. Isn't that great?
We've met people from England and Africa and
Yeah.
all over the country.
All over the country.
It's fun. It's
been
just
a lot
so
of
much
fun.
fun.
So please come join us. Hey, it's a 2-week trial. It's free.
Yeah, why wouldn't you
Might
try
as well
it?
just try us out. All right.
Okay, what's
I'm going to
next?
get some music going. We're going to do a half tabata
Oh,
today.
what?
Yes, it's a swear word in some countries, and
Tabata.
in the United States, it's definitely a swear word.
A tabata.
All that means is that we're going to do an interval that lasts 20 seconds working really hard, and then a 10-second break. So this is now going into that 2-to-1 ratio, which is incredibly much harder.
So
all right?
you're working twice as long as you're resting.
As you're resting. We're going to put some Tabata music on because you don't want me timing you for this one.
Oh.
If we missed a clock, it wouldn't be good.
Yeah, you want
All
the
right, so I'm going to
music.
get Tabata music on. We're going
Okay.
to do 4 of these. They're going really hard. Okay, now what are you going to do for 4 things? I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 2. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do 2 different things. My one work session is going to be a chair burpee where
I
I
knew you were going to do that.
jump.
That's a
Yep.
great
I
exercise.
love a
I
chair
love chair
burpee.
burpees.
And then my other one, I'm just going to do some fast squats.
Okay, I'm going to run hard in place, and then I'm going to do a power jump.
Oh, I
for
love
my
power jumps.
big,
Okay.
really get the heart rate up.
All right, gang.
Remember, this is a taste of what we do, okay? So be safe. Don't do anything that is risky right now.
No.
All right, you ready to go, Jackie?
Let's go. So you're going to hear bells and whistles. We'll cue you when to start and when to stop. 20 seconds on, only 10 seconds of rest. Come on.
Jackie,
You know
I'm
you
turning
got
it up.
this.
I'm turning the volume up.
It's loud. Get ready. Listen. Here I go.
Round 1.
Woo.
All right.
Woo!
I
Really
think I'm already
rest.
tired after
Really
one.
rest. Come on, let's go.
Power jumps.
Here we go.
Work. Round 2. Rest.
Rest.
That's 2 down, 2 to go.
You're halfway. You got this. Come
Come on.
on.
Blow that CO2 out.
Here we go.
Work. Round 3. Rest.
That's it.
All right, last one. Got 1 more to go.
Come on, Dave. You got this.
Breathe that
Finish
CO2 out.
strong,
Come on,
finish
it's boot camp.
strong.
Work. Round 4.
That is it. Nice job. Nice job.
Wow.
Take a minute. That's a half a Tabata. You're welcome for just doing a half a
I'm
Tabata.
glad we didn't do a full one
Oh my
today.
goodness.
I'd be on the ground.
Oh, that's boot camp, gang. We do
Yep.
that. Oh,
And you know,
So good for
this
you.
is appropriate for the level. So we get you out of breath to a point where you're going might be going like
yeah.
this.
Hold on.
Hold on, Uncle Zitty. We can't do any brain work right now.
Not a lot of chatting when we work that hard. You shouldn't be able to talk when you're working that hard.
Yeah, exactly.
But now let your heart rate come down and your brain is so ready to focus or learn, rewire. What is it you're struggling with? Now's the time to practice.
Sure. And that could be as simple as, I get stuck in my kitchen at a certain point.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you go practice walking through the kitchen. Or, my wife says I walk like an old man, right? Okay, so let's practice big steps right now. Let's practice the louder voice. Let's practice big handwriting.
Posture, rotation, whatever you're struggling with.
Yeah.
It sticks
Woo.
when you practice it perfectly right after a round of cardio.
Okay, so
What do we got?
we're fine motor skills today. So what we're going to do, let's get a little closer. We're going to do one of my favorites. We're going to put all your fingers together. All right. So, the old joke was, what is this? It's a spider doing push-ups in the mirror. Right? Yeah, exactly. All right. So here's what we do. Let's do the hard ones first. We're going to unclasp the pinkies and we're going to twiddle them. Now, don't be in a rush. Just take your time. And I know if you have bad tremor or if your fine motor skills are really, really lacking right now, just take a second and just try to do 1 or 2. You can slide the fingers over each other. That's perfectly fine. Just give me 1 rotation. All right. Hook the pinkies back together. Now, let's go to the ring finger. This is the toughest pair that we're going to get today because, there's not as much control over the ring finger. So we're going one way and then the other way. We can sit for this one. We can sit for this. Now, do I have to look at my fingers? No, I don't have to look at them. Put them back together. Okay, now let's go to the middle fingers. Ooh, Jackie, I'll tell you what. Whew. That was a big Tabata, even though it was a half Tabata. We're twiddling the middle fingers and then reverse them. Now, again, only if you just get 1 or 2 of these today, that's fine. Because if you haven't practiced that, why should you be good at that, right? And ask yourself the question, if we practice this every day, would you get better at it? Of course you would. All right, let's go to the index finger. It is getting a little bit easier because I'll tell you, that ring finger is the tough one. All right, so we're twiddling forward and then backwards. Now, I'm trying not to touch my fingers, but again, if I have to rub my fingers against each other, that's fine for now. You will get better at this. All right, here we go. The thumbs are last. We're going to go forward with them. Nice. And then back with them. And so if someone asks you, what did you do in class today? You can just say, we twiddled our thumbs. And that's what we did in class. Nice job. So again, you could put us on pause and do a little bit more of that, or after class, because you know what's so great about cardio is that it's a 1 to 4 to 6 ratio. And what I mean by that is if you exercise hard for 1 minute, you get 4 to 6 minutes of this great brain activity. So, you know, we exercise for a whole hour. So you've got 4 to 6 hours of this great brain activity for the rest of the day, basically.
Practice what you want to improve.
Oh, isn't that great stuff? All right, time to get one of our favorites in. We're going to do a 1-arm push press today.
Oh, I love this. Grab that one weight we talked about.
Yep. And I'll tell you, just for the sake of argument, Jackie, you know, if I don't have a dumbbell or a traditional weight in my house, guess what? You know where I found this, gang? I found this out in my yard. No kidding. I've cleaned it off, and here it is. It's just a brick. So you can use some household things. Get a laundry detergent bottle and fill it with gravel. All right? Push press looks like this. We're going to do a small squat. And we're going to throw that weight up and over our head. So it doesn't go below now. We're just going up and over. Now, I've got a bad shoulder on this side. Okay, super. Let's just do a squat. Or maybe do the bottom half of this move. That could be fine for a bad shoulder. Okay, my shoulder feels good, so I'm going to do a small squat.
We're doing about 50 reps here.
Yeah. Well, since we're started at 1, let's do 15. Each side.
We're at about 8.
Yep.
You can follow along with us.
We're all still looking at each other, so my eyes are up. You're looking at the camera, and we're looking at you.
Gang, this is such a great move. It's a big move. It's core strengthening. It's everything.
Well, and you know, the heavier the weight, the tougher this exercise becomes. And the more into the strength realm it goes.
Yes.
Let's get 2 more after this one. I think that was 13, our lucky 13.
Yeah, and if you
14.
exercise with us regularly, we do a strength cycle. So
yep.
A number of weeks, we're lifting heavy.
Yeah, and we have a 12-week program, and you can come in at any time.
And we've got research to support that 12-week program works beautifully.
Absolutely. Hey, we've been at this for 16 years, gang, and we've been in front of thousands and tens of thousands of Parkinson's patients. But, you know, this is good for everybody.
It really is. And we have lots of people exercising with us that just say, hey, I just want to stay healthy and fight that aging process.
And it's good for me, too.
And
so, you know, how many of our docs say, hey, this is good for all my patients?
Yeah.
Sure it is.
We have a lot of spouses that join in. So we have a lot of teams on the screen.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Now, remember, if I've got a bad shoulder on this side, I can just do the lower half of this move. Bicep curl, squat, bicep curl. But my shoulder is good on this side, too. So I'm going to squat and push.
And if you're saying this whole thing is just a little too difficult for me, we have another class in there. Parkinson's Foundation has it.
Yep.
An easier moving it class.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, sometimes easy moving it ain't so easy moving it.
No, it's not so easy moving it.
I think we've got 2 more. I'm going to call that our lucky 13 on this side.
Nice job, guys. Thanks for hanging in here. Oh,
Woo.
That's enough of that.
Wow.
Woo. That's a little bit of cardio.
That tiny little brick got heavy. Maybe it's filled with something other than brick.
Woo.
Okay.
All right, gang.
That's the end of round 2. But, you know, we've got a little extra credit for you today.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
I wanted to show everyone, Jackie, our voice program that we're just rolling out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we have been all over the country and even around the world, and there's no one voice program that actually fixes your voice permanently. And so we've been at this for years and years, and guess what?
We think we have it.
We've got it.
You know,
Okay.
speech therapy is wonderful. We love our folks going to speech
Love
therapy.
our speech therapists.
It just seems that when they're done with that, when their insurance runs out, their voice goes right back down to where
and
it
if
was.
you've been through that, you know what we're talking about. Now, who does this apply to? Everybody. Because if you have a soft voice and people keep asking you to repeat yourself, it's because it's your habit. You're talking softly. But if you're saying, hey, you know, my voice is loud, no one says that. Okay, well, let's never drop down to a lower voice.
Never want to drop down.
Okay, I just want to teach you 2 things today. And this is just a teeny little taste of what we're doing. Let's put one hand on the belly button and one hand on the chest. And what we're going to do is we call this belly breathing. When we breathe in through the nose, the lower hand should move away from you. Exhale through an open mouth and then that hand comes back.
This takes some practice.
Yeah, let me give you a real close-up.
Yeah.
So when I breathe in, my hand moves away from me. I breathe out, my hand moves back in. So this does take a little bit of practice. Don't push this, just relax your jaw. Breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Now what this does is it helps you get more air into your lungs, and you have more air going over your vocal cords, you become louder.
Speaking of having more air, stand up straight. Give me some great posture for
Absolutely.
this. You have more capacity in there.
This is kind of a relaxing exercise, so try to relax and do it. Okay, now let's talk about elocution. This is getting your words.
Electrocution?
Electrocution.
No.
Elocution.
Oh, elocution.
So this is getting your words out, okay, and keeping you loud. All right.
Because a lot of people tend to drift off down
Yep.
and they're done with the
So
sentence.
let's have a little fun with this
Let's
today.
do
Okay?
have some fun with this.
All right. So I want you to repeat after me. We're going to say B-A bay. B-A bay. B-A bay. Okay, so we'll do everything 3 times
Okay,
today.
all right.
B-E-B. B-E-B. Nice and loud, standing up nice and tall or sitting nice and tall. B-E-B. All right, this is where fun starts. B-I, Bicky Bye. B-I, Bicky Bye. We're all looking up. B-I, Bicky Bye. B-O, Bow. B-O, Bow. B-O, Bow. All right, we're going to add it in.
Okay, here we go.
B-I, Bicky Bye, Bow. B-I, Bicky Bye, Bow. B-I, Bicky Bye, Bow. All right.
These folks are probably going, what's wrong with
What
them?
is going on
What's
there?
wrong with those people?
All right.
It works, gang. It works.
Oh,
And
it works so well.
make sure you open your mouth wide when
Yep.
you're getting your words
But we
out.
have 3 months.
Oh,
It's
it's a
about a
program.
3-month program, but it's just practice 2 to 5 minutes a day, maybe more than that. But it helps and it rewires the brain, so you're talking louder
And
automatically.
there's
Okay, we've
probably
got one
some
more.
spouses doing this right now.
Yeah, this is you, bub. B-U, boo. B-U, boo. B-U, boo. Okay, let's add it in now.
Here we go.
B-I, Bicky Bye, Bo, Boo. B-I, Bicky Bye, Bo, Boo. B-I, Bicky Bye, Bo, Boo. Please come join us, because I'll tell you, we have so many great voice exercises for you, and your voice will improve.
Oh, you have a lot of things
So
you want
great
to say,
stuff.
don't
Yeah, you have stuff to say the rest of
People
your
need
life.
to hear you.
And people want to hear you. You know, and if it's a struggle at home because of your voice, join us, because we can fix
Please
it.
join us. Yeah.
Jackie, we're going to finish on the floor. I've got one core exercise for us, a little bit of
Yes.
stretching, and then you know what comes after that.
I know it. Mindfulness. I love it.
You got it.
All right, Dave.
All right,
Join us on the floor.
let's go to the floor. Jackie, get your mat. I'm going to change the camera.
Okay. Yeah, our classes are normally an hour, so this is just sort of a little teaser of what we have. But oh my gosh, our folks say that they're better moving with us online because they can do it 5 days a week if they want to.
Oh, and you know, COVID, this whole COVID thing,
Oh,
I'll tell you what, you know, we have people with the COVID steps now.
COVID
Because you're
shuffle.
walking, you know, with small steps. I'm going to use a weight.
Okay.
Why don't you not use a weight and
Sure.
show everyone how to get up off the floor? So we're going to do a get up,
Uh-huh.
a roll up.
A roll
We're
up.
doing a roll up. We'll do a get up next time I see you, baby. We're going to do a roll up. This is just old Pilates exercise. What we do is we start on the floor. I've got my brick. My head is on the floor if I can get it there. I'm going to put my brick out in front of me, and it's going to help pull me up. So if you're doing that with me, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to do 10 of these. We're going down and back up. Jackie, show everyone how to kick up if they need to kick up.
Yeah, if you can't get up, that's not really the work. You can grab a knee and get yourself up and then go slow on the way down. That's where the work is.
Sure,
So
because we want to get
gravity-
strong going down. Because if we
Uh-huh.
get strong going down, guess what happens? Yeah, that's right. You get better going up.
But that weight actually helps you get up. It acts as a counterbalance. Core strengthening will keep you independent with getting up and down from a chair, getting out of the car.
And this roll up, I'll tell you, does all that.
Yeah.
On a bed, off the floor. This is number 10. Okay, so we're gonna stay on the floor, gang. We're on your back. And let's just pull both knees into the chest. Just physically pull your knees into your chest.
It's time to stretch.
Oh,
I love
doesn't that
it.
feel good?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, relax for a second, and then we'll go up again. Here we go. Pull the knees in. You should feel this in your glutes, in your low back, maybe your quads, hip flexors. Awesome. We're gonna let both knees drop to one side, and we're gonna turn the head the opposite way. I let me get my arms out to kind of keep me supported here. This is just a side to side stretch. And then let's flip, go to the other side. Both knees drop to one side, the head really turns the other way. Try to really turn your head. Okay. You know what, Jackie? I gotta admit, this is my favorite part of every workout.
I know.
So we're on the floor and get comfortable. This is called corpse pose. We're just kind of like a dead guy sitting here. My palms are up though. That's gonna help roll my shoulder blades back. I want you to think about breathing in through your nose and out through a nice big open mouth. Try to relax. All your work is done. How many breaths do you take? Count your breaths in 2 minutes starting now.
And that's your Fitness Friday with the Parkinson's Foundation and Jackie and David. Thank you for joining us. We are so glad to be here.
Hey, that was boot camp and you made it. Think about this. If you
Yeah.
did that multiple times a week, think about in 4 to 6 weeks, 8
Yeah,
weeks later,
yeah.
how much better you're going to be feeling.
And gang, we're not going away when COVID's over because people are telling us we like exercising in our home. And if we get to go out a couple days a week, we're still going to get a couple extra days at home.
Absolutely. Come join us at totalhealthworks.com. It was so nice to spend a half hour with you.
Thanks, Parkinson's Foundation. Please join us again.